ex-drag queen, ex-man, extraordinary, it's Victoria Garrett, everybody! Keep it going!
Oh, fuck. Glastonbury. How the fuck did I manage to get Glastonbury? Oh, dear God. Yes, so you'll have to excuse me. As you may or may not have guessed by that introduction, I'm very new to International Women's Day. This is a very new experience for me. But I have to say, since becoming a woman, it's very fucking obvious how men treat women. Going through the world as a gay man, it was always, you know, fucking fruit, smack. Now, well, going through the transition, there was fucking freak, smack. Are you getting a bit of a trend here? Good. So now as a woman in the workplace, it's sit there and type, darling, thank you. I sat today, now I work in a very exclusive department. It's payroll for the health service. We fuck up more than anybody else. It's great. I deal mainly, now where do you get this? Who better to deal with maternity pay than somebody who will never get fucking pregnant? Besides, I have enough stretch marks of being a fat chick, never mind anything else. But I get a lot of women on the phone, they're like, oh, hi Victoria, I've got baby brain. I can't read my payslip. And I go, that's okay, shut your fucking legs. Shut your legs, you won't have this problem, honey. One woman did take a little exception to this. So I didn't bother going into the fact that if I abstain from sex, I'm virginal again down there. I thought, no, I think that's maybe rubbing too much salt into the wound. That and the fact that I don't get cramps and bleeding. And what's menopause? Something other women get. I'm loving this. It's great. I actually did an article in a magazine called Love It. It was a few days ago. It was in the magazine, and I did say in it, and they misquoted me. How dare they misquote me in a magazine that wants to sensationalise everything? And what I did say to the girl was, naturally born women, they're wonderful. They've got the carry cot, I've got the playpen. How much cock she thought I had, I don't know, because she put that I had the playground. I may be a slut, but I've got 20 years to catch up on most women in this room. And I get paid for it. It's even fucking better than that. It's great. Men don't just come around to my house. Classy lady, backseat of the car. Can't really bring them back home. I don't think Mum would approve of 5 different guys in one night. I'm not loose. As I explained earlier, I abstained for a month. I'm virginal again. So no one can ever accuse me of being a loose woman. It's great. I love that side of it. Whenever I was going through my transition, I was over in Brighton, because you can't get the surgery done here, DUP. So I went to Brighton and I was being wheeled into theatre. This was the last thing I remember as a man. I know, me as a man, could you picture it? Yes, you fucking could. Hi there, honey. And the only person I know can sing both parts of Save Your Love. You know, like, save your love, my darling, save your love. Darling, I will love you endlessly. Yes. Woo! I'm blushing underneath this. Oh fuck, I'm not wearing house paint anymore. I forgot I'm not a drag queen anymore. Damn it all. 13 years as a drag queen, I turned around and said, by the way, I'm going to get my willy chopped off. And suddenly the gacy goes out the door. It's like empty and silent. And I walked outside and I went, what the fuck did I say? We're all standing holding our willies thinking, how, why? And I go, well, a box is so much handier. You can store so much more stuff in it. It's great. There are some things I do miss about being a man. like directional peeing. Have you tried the sheepy? This is a little Glastonbury story for you. The first year I was at Glastonbury, my friend who brought me there had also invited someone else, and he said, "No, I'm not coming without my new girlfriend." And then she talking like this, and she's a lovely girl, and she she's so funny, and princessy bitch. This girl is standing there, and every time she walked out, now Glastonbury Mucky Festival, she brought boots, no problem, wellies, fabulous. Every time she came back, they were dirty. She had to change them for another pair, and then change her lipstick to match. This is not the sort of girl to be walking around a dirty, mucky, I'm about to fall on my arse and get covered in God knows what festival. So we thought, right, she's sitting here, we're all back, we'll have a bite of lunch. So a friend of mine produces a big bowl, loads of lettuce and stuff, and said, "Could you chop it up and make a bit of a salad?" So it's like, "Oh yes, no problem, no problem." Chops it up, makes a little individual bowl of salad and proceeds to eat it while the rest of us are sitting going, "What the fuck?" At a festival like that, I don't know if you've been, but you show up, if you have any alcohol, if somebody happens to be a little bit parched, you go, "Yes, have some of mine, go ahead." Festival attitude, everybody shares. No, not this one. This fucking cretin. She turns up with little individual bottles of cava, just for her. "Would you mind if I have one?" "Oh, I only have 6 left, and we're leaving tomorrow and they're mine." So imagine my delight when she tried the sheepy. This girl who is so princessy, she breaks a nail, she screams the place down and runs to the hospital tent to get it fixed. And she was sitting and she goes, "Oh yes, I have to come back early. We go to the green fields. I take short. I tried the sheepy. The sheepy is amazing. Oh, the sheepy is fantastic. You just stand. You have the sheepy, but I not have the grip on the sheepy, and I piece myself." Fucking result. This tramp. She looked as if she put her makeup on with a stencil because it was perfect. And she's one of these people who trails her hair back off her head. She'll never need a facelift because she gives herself one every time she puts her bun in. And I just thought, oh, result. And she said, "Yes, I now have the grip on the sheepy and I piece myself, so I have to walk about 2 miles to come back here to change because I piece myself." Everybody else felt what she felt at that point because we were all pissing ourselves at her. It was as soon as we could get rid of that tart, the better. All the rest of us had so much more fun when she wasn't there, and I promise you, I wasn't on drugs. I'm sorry, the only drugs I do are HRT. HRT, by the way, ladies, I know none of you, watch this for a bit of fucking arse licking. I know none of you are near the age where you would even consider HRT. But when you reach that certain age and you need it, grab it with both fucking hands because it's amazing shit. I love it. How naturally born women cope, by the way, with hormonal swings. Men, you have no fucking idea. Blokes in the audience, please, you really need to take this into account. I was standing at the front of Union Street Bar one night. I hadn't long started my hormones, and I had just had my first hormonal swing that day. I was driving down through town. I was all happy, singing away in the car, dancing as I do, and I hit rush hour traffic. By the time I got from the top of the Ormer Road to Union Street Bar, I was ready to kill dead things. I had my big pink suitcase, as was my wont. Big pink suitcase, trailed it through the bar, slammed it down, on the way past, nearly took the head off some poor guy who had just bent down to pick up something off the floor. And some other guy was up behind him, and I don't know what they were doing, I'm very naive with that. And I just, "Coffee, now!" And I'm sort of halfway through the cup of coffee and I started laughing deliriously. And the the bar manager who was hiding behind his paper sort of creeped out and went, "So you're okay now then?" And I said, "Yeah, it's great. These hormones, I've just had my first hormone." I was like, I was so angry coming in and look at me now, I'm just so happy. It's my first experience as a woman, it was brilliant. I started laughing uncontrollably, psychotically, and he ran. I'm not suggesting that I'm psychotic in any way, but my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, sorry, I need to stop calling him my boyfriend, but I miss him. No, I fucking don't. He moved to Wales to get away from me.
Aww.
I think that says a lot about me. I really do. It's not that I'm psychotic, it's just he knows better. After 2.5 years together, he knows better than to hang around in the same city or country or whatever as me. Because if I spotted him, his face would be in the front of a bus. And I don't mean on an advert. But yes, I had a bit of sad news last week. And he won't mind me mentioning it, sure you won't, sweetheart. Well, you're not here anymore, you're dead, so it doesn't make a difference. A friend of mine, it is actually slightly tragic, sorry about that. A friend of mine hung himself last week. And he was buried there over the weekend. But on the plus side, I pulled at a funeral reception. Me, weeping widows in the corner. Me, I was sitting with a group of gay guys. It was up at Le Mans. I don't know if you know Le Mans. It's a very awfully terrible place. And you don't say fuck, you say fuck. And a crash is 2 cars colliding. It's one of those places. It's lovely. And I was sitting at a table of gay guys, and this waiter came round. And I knew right then and there, after the waiter did this, I knew that's what I miss off the gay scene. Because the waiter came over and he was at the table beside us and he just goes, "Tea?" And suddenly about a dozen gay guys just turned around and stared at him with this look of fresh meat. I missed that off the gay scene. That used to be me. Half an hour later I had a grease monkey in the toilets. Like I say, classy lady. But I've had my fair share of perverts and assholes over the years. Well, I was a gay man, I had my fair share of assholes. Don't laugh, I was never a top. I'm no harm, sweetheart, I'm the only bottom that didn't like anal. I knew from an early age I needed a box. Just to put my accoutrements in. But here, speaking of storing things, these are fucking great. They are brilliant storage devices. Any men in the room, you need some of these. And I don't just mean the manhandle. They are great. A good padded bra. I can get my credit card, my bank card, just in case, my phone, my keys, and my notes, and this one. And this one here, by the end of the night, if I do this, you can hear it jingling because this is my change tit. Fucking brilliant, I love it. As a drag queen, it was always okay, you would hook through fucking rubber and crap in there. And these puppies grew on their own, by the way.
Woo!
How impressive is that? These 2 inches of padding. That's the only thing I'm very disappointed about, was that they're not bigger. I would quite like a D cup. A C cup is okay, but then more than a handful is my waist. So I figure go with what you've got. And by fuck I can go, apparently. It was mentioned on a website somewhere. By fuck she can go. And then I'm moving out of town. But yes, fuckwits, perverts, arseholes, and what have I think of a tattoo of that on my back, just a list of men I've had. And I found, whenever I was still a man, still a bloke, which troubles me an awful lot. Like, why was I ever a fucking bloke? Seriously. The only thing blokes have going for them, and the one thing I really do miss, is being right all the time. It's such a terrible burden to have. 4 years ago, a lovely male surgeon released me from that, He was lovely. He stood at the foot of my bed the following day and said, well, Victoria, how are you? And I said, well, Mr. Thomas, I'm very disappointed. And suddenly his face just dropped. He said, why is there something wrong? Are you in pain? Is everything okay? I said, no, it's definitely not okay. I was always told, and I was taught in school, that a work of art should be signed. I don't see a signature down here at all, sweetheart. I think we need to go back in. At that, God lover, the wee head nurse behind him was standing turning purple, trying to be professional and not laugh. He just went, see you tomorrow. I'm lying there going, not if I can fucking help it. But the nurses then came in a couple of days after the surgery, and the nurses go, right, we want to get you out sitting in a chair. Come on. The fucking size of me, you're built like a gnat's hind leg, sweetheart, good luck with that one. But I get up anyway, and I'm sitting in the chair, and I'm like, fuck. And the nurse is like, is everything okay? And are you comfortable? And me being very shy, retiring and bird-mouthed, bitch. I said, well, close your eyes a second. No, I'm not going to punch you, just close your eyes a second. Now imagine this. America. American football. American baseball. Now you try and combine those two. So we've got an American footballer's helmet. We've got an American baseballer's bat. Now you try fucking sitting on that. Thank you very much. Oh my God. And they're like, it's not that bad. And I said, you take this packing out for a fucking living, love. It's like a magician's hat. And you're trying to say it's comfortable. Said, no, I don't think so. Pardon me, ladies, but I don't know what childbirth's like, but I'm presuming I would probably prefer to go through childbirth. I really would. They said the trans surgery, the reassignment surgery, the most painful, evasive surgery you can get. I only took morphine afterwards for the fucking kick. The strongest painkiller I was on was paracetamol. It was great. It was like, the first night, and I go, oh, would you like some morphine? Yes, please. It's not fucking painful. I just want morphine. Let's try this shit. Oh, isn't that fabulous? Bunny rabbits. Oh, great. It just reminded me actually of what I was going to say earlier about being wheeled into the theatre, and of course just about to be knocked out, so they could give me a little sedation beforehand. So I'm sitting there swimming again. It was good. I felt like Mama Cass, the leaves are brown and your cousin's gay. Yeah. So I'm being wheeled into theatre, and suddenly this image appears here, and to me he looks like this Grecian god. He's like sort of standing there hovering. He goes, hi, I'm going to be your anaesthetist. I will be here throughout your surgery to make sure that you're fine. Now, me being the dirty perverted bitch I am, looked up at him. I think I smiled and said, I'm so glad there's going to be somebody hot here. Chances are he'd hump on a hairpiece and would have given Quasimodo a run for his money, and I wouldn't have given a shit. And my friend has a really wicked sense of humour. She came to visit me in hospital, her and her partner, and they brought me a lovely little stuffed teddy and a balloon and all attached to it, saying, congratulations, it's a girl. I don't know whether the nursing staff were glad to get rid of me or glad I was there, because everybody else was like, and I'm going, vodka, 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 vodka. Ginger. Oh, it was brilliant. I loved it. So I'm going to do a little verse and a chorus of a song now about some perverts and arseholes that I have been with. And it's actually from an American drag queen. I found this online quite a while ago and have been dying to do a bit of it. So ladies, if your boyfriend or girlfriend or non-gendered person that you're with asks you to do some strange things, I really hope you remember some lines from this song. I don't have a backing track, so don't panic, sweetheart. I promise. It's grand. I make enough mess of it doing it a cappella, never mind giving me a fucking backing track to try and keep up with. So, have any of you heard of a little song called Say a Little Prayer for You?
Yes.
Have you? Right. This is a version of it. I hope you're going to appreciate. Although it seemed pushy when you said my crotch was bushy, I shaved a little hair for you. Got razor burn and rash, looked like a blonde Hitler mustache. Still, that was too much hair for you. My cooter looks cuter according to you with no triangle. It's scary if hairy. I notice that you get limp and dangle. Oh honey, it's funny what some girls will do for a gold bangle. But if this gets weirder, we're through. My darling, believe me, it's totally fucked up for you to always want me to shave a little hair, and that time instead of lube you wanted to use Nair. Will I hold a teddy bear? I don't know, that's kind of weird, but what? And sit in a high chair? I don't know, that's really kind of weird, but what? In Disney underwear? Do you know what? There's kinky and then there's sick. Ladies and friends of ladies, I hope it has been slightly enlightening. It hasn't enlightened me any because I'm about to sit down for some more drink. But please don't tell the PSNI because I have to drive home. And I'd very much like to keep my license this time. And no harm, but the last time I got lockjaw around a cop, well, it wasn't a pretty sight, as you can imagine. A cop going home to his wife going, "Don't worry about her, sweetheart, she'll be fine in the morning." By the way, I'm sleeping in the spare room tonight. And me going, like that scene from The Sweetest Thing, you know, where the cock ring gets caught in their throat. And I'm like going, "Fucking give me a song to sing, you bastards. Please, I need to get out of this now." His wife looks like she'd kick the shit clean out of King Kong. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening and the act that's to follow. Thank you very much. Good night. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Victoria Garrett. And I think it's safe to say, well, I haven't lived. I have not lived. Thank you once again, Victoria Garrett.